Good morning, welcome to another video. This morning I'm out for sunrise at a local fishing lake. I've filmed here and done a video here before, but that's not the point. The sunrise is going to be terrible for photography, but basically I'm going away. I've decided, sod it. The car actually passed its MOT, well, the camper car passed its MOT yesterday with only 2 little minor advisories, so absolutely perfect. And I've been putting it off because of the weather, so I'm just going to go to some local abbeys towards Shrewsbury, an old villa, I think I've talked about that before, wroxeter, going to Shrewsbury, probably stop over the night, maybe, you know, the Shropshire Hills, to Accrington Park, National Trust place, because basically I've got National Trust and English Heritage, and mine's National Trust is due for renewal, and to be honest I haven't really used it in the last year, so I thought, well, why not start? I'm paying for this damn thing, so hope you stay with me for this little video, and hopefully I do get some colours in the sky to get a nice picture or two. I mean, this may be 1 or 2 videos as well, I'm not too sure. I'm going to split it up because I haven't done that, I haven't posted that much really, so let's anyway get on. Well, I mean, I don't know if you can see, but the colours in the sky are pretty nice, so hopefully get a nice picture or two. As quick as the colours came into the sky, they went pretty damn quick. So, I mean, at the end of the day, where I am is not the best place for this. I mean, you can hear there's a bike going past. We're by a main road. I'm at Kingswood Lake. I did a video here I think about 12 months ago, something like that. I'll put a link up here. But yeah, this wasn't the purpose of this. This was more for me, like I say, to just get away. Because my back's not been bad. I've been putting it off, and when I've been okay, it's been absolutely peeing it down around, because we all know what the weather's been like. But yeah, it's getting away, you know. I just want to get away, because like I say, this year I want to replace that van, so you know, in the next month or 2 we'll have a different van, so I want to start getting the use out of it. Yeah, and that's let's get back to the van anyway, hopefully, unless anything happens here in about the next 10-15 minutes, we'll get back to the van. Well, it's freezing this morning. Well, there you go. I'm actually back in the camper. Hopefully I got a few nice pictures. But like I say, that's not the reason for this trip. It is to get pictures, because that's what I like. I like my photography. But it's to actually just get out, because, you know, we all keep putting things off sometimes because the weather's bad, you know, or, we're bad in a way. You know, my body just doesn't like me sometimes. But, you know, at the end of the day, we've just got to get out there. And this is just one of those. I mean, I've been up since like 3 o'clock this morning. You know, it's about 6:30, you know, now. So I just thought, well, why not? I'm up. Why not just get out? So yeah, we're just going to nip to a supermarket just to get a few quick supplies, because it's not going to be a proper cooking one or anything else. I can't be bothered with all that. It's just to get out, go visit these few abbeys and see where we end up. I haven't got a clue. So let's get on anyway. I'm waffling. I always do that. So let's get on. Well, you join me at the ruins of a late 12th century church of the Augustinian canonesses, also known as the White Ladies. So yeah, it's a bit of an old ruins, as you can see. It is just ruins. It is a small place. It is just basically just down a little windy road. Unless you knew the area, you wouldn't even know that it's actually here. I mean, I visited these where I'm doing today before, but I thought I'll share this lot with you. So like I say, it is only a small little place. I mean, I'm here very early. I mean, it's just after 8 o'clock in the morning now, so there's no one else here, and it's nice and peaceful. I mean, walking down, because you've just got got to walk off the road just down a little bit of a path. You've got the squirrels, you've got the birds. It's absolutely lovely around here, nice and peaceful. So we'll have a quick look around. Like I say, it's not that big, and that's the thing. I mean, it's owned by the English Heritage. It's actually open from dusk till dawn. There's just a little gate to come in, so you could probably come in. I mean, it would have been lovely with the sunrise here and that, but yeah, that's the thing. It's, for me, these are coming out to places maybe to scout around again for my photography, for the sunrise and everything else. But yeah, so let's have a wander around anyway. Well, I'll give you a bit of history of the place. I mean, most of the convent buildings were demolished after the suppression of the monasteries. But Charles the actual II came here to hide after his defeat at the Battle of Worcester. But he also then took refuge. Now, I'm going to have to look at my phone to do this because it's the place just down the road and I'm going to pronounce it right. Boscobel. I think that's it. House, basically, just on off the main road coming in, you've got another build. That's not open while I'm here. It's only open at weekends at the moment. So yeah, that's another little place, with a bit of history. So again, like with a lot of these places, it's all steeped in history. And, yes, it may be just the little bits of ruins and everything else, but there is that history about it. And like I've always said with places like this, it's kind of like you want to imagine how it actually was when it was there. And yes, you've got like your proper National Trust buildings and everything else where you've got everything in there, but sometimes it's just that point of time where this is just this. It's nice, that's what I say. It's a relaxing little place anyway. Probably very hard for you to see here, but you've got the bluebells. You've got a lot of bluebells growing down there. I don't know what it is, although I have a fascination with bluebells. I just like them. But yeah, so I've got a few pictures of that just before going back to the van. It's literally just right there. I'm just right there. So yeah, just get a few pictures of this and then get back into the van. I want a cup of coffee. As you can see, I'm having a cup of coffee now. I just had a bit of a problem with the car. I couldn't open the back door from the inside. I don't know what's going on with it. It played up the other way, but that's another thing. I've just had to climb through. That's done me in. But yeah, hello. So yeah, we've been there now. Like I say, it's not a big place, but it's worth coming if you're there. I mean, like I say, you're not that far from RAF Cosford as well. So if you're in this kind of area, it's worth a little visit. And like I say, there's a National Trust down there. But like I say, I'm off to lillieshall, Priory, I think it is, or Abbey. It's about 20 minutes away from here. So that's where we're off to next. So, let's finish my coffee and let's go. Well, now I'm at Lillieshall Abbey, the remains of it, which was actually built in the 1140s for some Augustinian canons. See, I'm probably getting all these pronunciations right. But like I say, I've been here before, but like I say, it is the remains of an abbey. Again, like with the other one, it's small-ish, but again, it's worth coming around. I mean, there is parking off the main road and then there's parking down a little track. There's only a few cars here. There's 4 here at the moment. The other 3 are metal detectors, which we've been just chatting to. We've got permission to do one of the farmers' fields over there. But that's the thing, is getting out, like we've just been talking. With them, it's metal detecting. With me, it's the photography, and this is the reason for getting out. So yeah, we're going to have a wander around and see what we say. I mean, this place would have looked amazing. I mean, you've got the archway at the back there. One of the signs said this was where the choir would be and everything else. You would have had the stained glass and everything up there. It would have been absolutely gorgeous. Just over there you have got a spiral staircase, very narrow and everything else, and goes up a bit dark, but then you get right up to the top there as well and get a nice view going down the main building. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty large, this place. I forgot how big it actually is, because you've got like an outcrop of buildings over there and everything else. I mean, it is a shame, you know, all the monasteries and everything else got lost in time, really, because, and it's the same with churches nowadays, isn't it? But yeah, it's just one of those things. So, but really nice place so far. Considering it is just the ruins, there is still a lot that survives. I mean, you've got like the archways, you know, just over here, which, you know, are still intact. Sorry about the noise, there's a group of little children coming around. But yeah, I mean, it's really nice here. And like I say, I think we came in the summer, and it's nice to just come here and have a picnic. A building that's so imposing as this, and absolutely beautiful. After having a look around now, I'm back at the camper, so it's on to the next one. Like I say, again, if you're in the area, these are the kind of places to visit, and again, you wouldn't even know that they're there. Again, this is an English heritage one. It's actually free to get in, so you know, it's worth coming. Again, if you are, I mean, even though it is free, I mean, it is worth getting English heritage and both National Trust memberships. I always recommend it. They're under £100, you know, a person, and a bit more for like two or a family. And yes, if you're not really using the sites or you're not going out that much, then no, it's not. But if you're going to two or three, then over the year it makes it well worth it. And then as well, it keeps properties like this actually maintained. So yeah, we were now just back at the van. I'm probably going to just shoot off now. I'm not too sure where we're off to next. Shrewsbury way. So let's see where we end up. Right, there was a bit of change of plans. I'm now at Wroxeter Roman City, well, the remains of the Wroxeter Roman City. This again is English heritage. I've basically come here and I realised I'd out-to-date membership card first of all, and so I thought I'll just check just to make sure, because it normally automatically renews. Something happened in February and I didn't get renewed for some reason, so I've just had to join again. So I can give you the actual price. I mean, for an individual membership it's actually £72, and that's direct debit, and I've joined today and I've got, I think, 15 months for the price of 12, something like that. Well, like I say, let's have a wander around. Like I say, it's the remains of what was an old little town. They've got bathhouses and everything else. Sorry about the noise, because there is a main road, well, a mainish road, you know, by the side, which is why it was actually built, because we're not far from what would have been which was the old A5, which was one of the main Roman roads, you know, which I actually love off as well. Anyway, so we'll have a look around anyway. Been here now think it's about 4 or 5 times over the years. I mean, you may just be able to see in the background there a bright villa, and that was part of a TV programme from about 15 years ago called Rome Wasn't Built in a Day, and it was basically about using the old techniques with modern builders. It was really great. We'll have a look at that in a minute. But where we are at the moment, I mean, this would have been the bathhouse, and you can see the supports down there for like the underfloor to keep all the everything warm and everything else. But like I say, you know, you would see this would have been a bustling absolute place, and that, like I say, there's not that much left of it now, and that's the thing, isn't it? We do have all these little remains and everything else, and we just, sometimes you wouldn't even know they're there. I mean, look at Pompeii years ago, they didn't even know it was actually there until about 200 years ago when they started digging. But yeah, I mean, look at this, it's gorgeous. A bit overcast today, so photography not great, but again, this is the thing, at least I'm getting out and visiting places. I mean, you can see there's not that many people here. It's very quiet. I think there's only about another 5 people here at the moment. I mean, but it is a weekday. I mean, it's a Tuesday at the moment that I've come away, only just because it was the time to come away. Again, I just want to put this out. I mean, if you're liking this kind of content, me coming away in the camper and bits and pieces, and I'll give her tips and do all the silly little things on YouTube. You know, please like and subscribe, because it does help the channel. You know, because I'm getting to that 1,000 mark where I may start earning a few pence for doing these videos, but it's not that. I don't do this for that. I do this just to share different places. Now, yes, like I say, I've been here before, but like you can see, I mean, it is a lovely place, and like you say, in the middle of summer or something like that, it will be lovely. Bring the kids and everything else. Yeah, I mean, like I say, I've been here a few times. I came with my brother, I think, for the first time, with my daughter and his kids, when they was little, so it's got to be, you know, a long time ago, and it was only because of seeing that program on the villa. And again, I wouldn't know this here. I mean, it's not again that far off like the M42, not the M42. The I-54, you know, we're not that far from Shrewsbury and everything else. But yeah, let's carry on having a wander, and I'll try and give you some more information as well. Behind me here, you can see the outlines of what would have been shops that will sell food and cooked goods and everything else like that. This would have been a bustling place, really. And it's, you know, you just try and imagine how it is. I mean, there is a lot of boards around that got like illustrations, so it gives you an actual idea. And I've pointed to this before, I like video games, but I like the Assassin's Creed games, because it kind of takes you back into those times. Because there's one about the Roman one, I never played that. I started playing the Egyptian one, and then the Valhalla, which is the Viking one in the UK. Yeah, because I want to do that actually, and visit some of the places that are in games, because I've been to Derwent Dam up in the Peak District. Now that's actually in a game which is Forza Horizon 4, which is a racing game around the UK, and I've been to the place in there where I've actually stood, and it'd be nice to compare that at some point. That's going to be another video anyway. See, I do stupid videos. I mean, that is one thing, the Romans loved their baths, wasn't it? I mean, like it says up there, even the lowest of society still had their turn in the baths, because it was seen as a social thing, but they went in at different times, because you wouldn't want the lowly servants dealing with the higher up people and everything else. But yeah, I mean, it would be lovely. I mean, what do we get now? Just indoor swimming pools that aren't that great. But I mean, to be honest, I can't even swim, not now anyway, because just a little story. A few years back when I started to have my back problems, we was camping somewhere. There was no showers in the site because it was in a forest site, so you went down to the local leisure centre with a swimming bath, and I tried swimming and my body wouldn't stay upright. I just kept going one way or the other, but there we go. But these weren't those kind of baths. These were, you know, more for relaxation, more for cleaning, because, you know, you didn't have that kind of thing in those days. But again, yeah, lovely sight, and now the sun's come out as well, even better. I mean, you can see behind me, this would have been a very grand place, because this would have been the main hall, the basilica, and I mean, there would have been, it would have been, the ceiling would have been 18 metres high, it says there, you know, so it would have been a grand entrance to actually come in. It would have been lovely. Yeah, and again, like I say, yeah, and this was kind of for everybody, and that's the thing. I mean, yes, whatever we think of the Romans invading the UK, Britain, but yeah, it's just, you know, we've been invaded a lot of times. I mean, we're across the road from the main bathhouses, and I mean, the town would have stretched really far. It was a city, really. I'll put a picture on screen of an illustration, and I mean, you can see here there's columns going down, and this would have been the outline of what was the Forum, which was the most important building, it says, and there would have been shops lined all the way around under like a canopy and everything else. I mean, like I say, it's amazing that, you know, like it says there, half of it, a lot of it hasn't been unearthed, and a lot of the stones, when, you know, this went into disrepair, they were used in local buildings and everything else. Amazing, really, isn't it? I mean, behind me here now is that reconstruction of what was a Roman villa, and like I say, it was part of a TV programme. I don't think it's done any catch-up because it was 15 years ago now. It's absolutely brilliant. It was like with 6 builders that are used to modern tools and everything else, using old tools to actually build this in how it would have actually been built. You know, it's absolutely brilliant programme. You know, I don't like the normal, you know, reality kind of things, but this was absolutely, it was really good. I mean, the thing is, it's great when you see things like reconstructions like this, because you see how it actually was, you know, with the colours and everything else. Because with the ruins, you're just seeing the brick, so you're not seeing that. It's more like black and white and dull and everything else, whereas this, you know, everything would have been bright, and it gives you that idea of living in this kind of thing. And I mean, yes, this kind of villa would have been more for the well-off. It would have been nice to see again. It depends on what we see as living in those times as well. Like I say, this place, it's well worth a little visit, and like I say, you've got the ruins, you've got this side. Here as well, we're surrounded by fields. You've got the sheep and the lambs in the fields behind me here, and then, you know, literally great views, literally 360 degrees around. Absolutely brilliant. And I mean, that's the one thing, that's why I like getting out, you know, because you don't have to have spectacular views, but it's just nice. And the one thing, like I say, I prefer to come out in the week because it is quiet like this and everything else, and not school holidays, because for me, you know, there's too many people, and I don't like people. I like you lot because you watch my videos, but I just don't like, you know, the hustle and bustle and things like that. But lovely place. Lovely place. Well, I'm going to get back into the car. What I'm probably going to do is I'll probably end this video now, because I'm not too sure where I'm off to next, because it's late afternoon now. Well, I think it's about 2 o'clock now, so I don't know where I'm going from here, and I've got to find somewhere to stop up for the night, and I need to have a rest for like an hour or so. So I'm going to do that, and then off to somewhere else. Not too sure where yet, because my plans just change, and that's the thing with, you know, if you've got a camper or anything else, you know, make a plan, just make where you want to go, but then don't stick to it. Just find what's around and explore and things like that, which is the great thing. So anyway, like I say, I'm just going to sign off on this video anyway, and stay tuned for the next one and see where I actually end up for the night, and where I'm next, and where I'm then tomorrow, because it's only one night. I'm only doing one night, but yeah, we've got still a lot planned. I want to get as much done as possible, because my videos normally have just been the photography in the morning and the night, and I'm getting a bit bored of that. I want something a bit different. Yes, I've visited these places before, but I want to share them with you. Again, I'll put links to my website, my blog, because I used to write about it instead of doing videos. I used to blog about it, so I'll put those links in there anyway. And again, thank you for watching, and if you did like these videos and everything else, please like, subscribe, do all that kind of YouTubey stuff, because it does help me out and everything else. Well, I'm going to sign off now, so again, goodbye for now. Bye. Colourful. I'm too bright here for some reason. As quick as they can. No. Buildings were actually that lady's all happy now. No. I have all of this, and yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. You're just seeing it like, you know, the brick, and I'm just said that, haven't I?